Hi and welcome to my Random Ruminations. So, no migraine. It's a wonderful feeling. Just this kind of weird echoing emptiness where there was lots and lots and lots of pain. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. In the end, yesterday I got a massage from a really good friend of mine to try and break it down, whatever the hell was causing it, and I think it was just part of my neck was locked up. Not comfortable, but it worked. Worked really well. No migraine. And I slept last night. So I'm full of pith and vinegar. Or is it just piss? Anyway, yesterday I was chatting with that friend and we were talking about Dragon Age Origins, which was the first game in the series Dragon Age. Dragon Age 2 we won't talk about because it didn't happen. And while we were talking about it, he came out with a comment that actually echoed with me across a lot of different franchises. Either the equipment at the vendors is massively overpriced, or they're screwing us in the second-hand market. Now, I know it's a game, but hold on with me for this for just 1 second. Okay, you have a game like Dragon Age Origins where you constantly loot people, and you do occasionally find that game's equivalent of magical items. Now, these are even the crappiest sword in reality represents a considerable amount of effort and time if it has, if it's been handmade. That's the thing about handmade materials. They take time, and that's where the value of them comes out. But in Dragon Age Origins, we have a universe where everything is handmade. There is no automation. At least I don't think there is. Maybe to a small degree in the dwarf cities, but I doubt it. So you have this world where there is no such thing as automation. There is no such thing as the assembly line, an automated assembly line, and everything, including the materials to make these items, have to be gathered by hand. The reason I bring this up is it means that when you sell something to a vendor, you should probably be getting 50% of its actual value. Now, I don't know about you, but I have played games where I've brought loot, sold like an uncommon quality weapon for, let's say they were using euros, for like the equivalent of 50 cents, and come back and the same item is being sold for like 20 or 30 euros. And Dragon Age Origins is not the only game universe guilty of this. Just World of Warcraft, Diablo. Basically every game that has a vendor system, they screw us at the vendor. Second-hand gear is sold at a fraction of what it should actually be sold at. Now, the reason I'm complaining about this is you have a game like Dragon Age where grinding loot while possible and grinding gold while possible is not ideal. It takes a lot of time to do it, and it kills the flow of the game. Especially if you go into an area and you realize, oh shit, I actually can't kill anything here. My weapons aren't good enough. So all of a sudden you're looking at 2 or 3 hours of just looting crap and selling it for a pittance. Over and over and over and over. Yeah, I just kind of think that game designers need to stop and think about what would happen in the real world. I know they're computer games, but bear with me. What would happen in the real world if someone arrived with a second-hand sword that had magical qualities? Assuming such things were moderately common, which, if everything is handmade, they're not. So, why? It's actually very irritating. And this leads to my announcement for today. Next week I plan on doing my first video game review, and I'm not doing this the way you would expect. I'm probably not going to use game footage. I'm doing something different. The reason for this is, by and large, I'm going to be reviewing older games that might have slipped under people's radars. Because let's face it, there's thousands of games released every single year. it's impossible to keep up with anything except for AAA titles. So what I'm planning on doing, although this one is a AAA title from about 4 years ago, and what I'm really reviewing is, it's a game everyone knows, and what I'm actually reviewing is its difficulty, or lack thereof. You'll see. But yeah, so first video game review next week, and I have another one planned for, probably it's going to be about every fortnight. We'll see. The Ukulele Twiddle series kind of vanished, and the reason it kind of vanished was the awkwardness of the setup I was using. I think I've overcome that though in here. I think I found a way to work around that awkwardness. We'll see. Torchlight was not exactly a success. I have 4 reviews of the 2 videos. I will finish the playthrough of Torchlight because I started it, unless my reviews remain unbelievably crap. But at the same time, I'm aware that more material on a YouTube channel is better than less. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I will be doing a DIY stroke crafting video for Wednesday. I think this one will be kind of interesting. I'm making a wishing well. And I'll just have a random vlog tomorrow. I'm kind of half thinking about doing a transgender 101. You know, a guide for non-trans people to trans stuff. And for some trans people, a guide, I suppose. Basically, frequently asked stupid questions that aren't actually stupid, because there are no stupid questions, only idiotic answers. And that's it. So I will talk to you tomorrow. I have a long day of recording ahead of me. But first I have to go to B&Q. And as you can see, I am dressed for DIYing. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye for now.